And now Mary Chinda, a broadcast journalist, joins us live in the studio to shed more light on this development. You're welcome, Mary.
Good afternoon to
Good afternoon. All right, yeah. Maybe talking about the NSAS protests, 1 year after, do you think there has been lessons learned, or we're just still moving in circles as it's been?
Well, October the 20th of 2020 continues to be a sad day in the minds of young Nigerians and old Nigerians.
Yeah.
It was a day that we saw blood being shed, you know, unnecessarily. The kind of bloodshed that you'd begin to ask, what exactly is the value of the Nigerian life? What does the life of one Nigerian cost? Now, that protest that was dubbed the NSAS protest was a protest that was staged for several days to call the attention of the Nigerian government to the incessant police brutality that had been a regular thing all of these years, and the Nigerian people, especially young people, had been victims of in several ways. Now, on that 20th, we saw, you know, all of the bloodshed, the government taking the language that the Nigerian government knows how best to speak, which is force, you know, to dispel what had been a voice and had gotten international recognition for several weeks, and all of the build-up. Now, 1 year after, have we really learned the lesson? The answer is no. The Nigerian government has not paid any attention whatsoever to learning the lessons. Now, what do I mean when I say we have not learned the lessons? One of the things that stood out with the NSAS protest was the fact that the Nigerian government wanted a leadership that is accountable. They wanted a government who would listen.
That's Nigerian youth now?
Yes, the Nigerian youth wanted a government that would listen to them. They wanted a government that was empathetic. There was a 5-point agenda.
Yeah,
top of the list was release all of the people who have been held unnecessarily by the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS of the police. Then increase the salaries of these police people. You know, disband the SARS. Yes, the Nigerian government did disband the SARS. You know, the SARS operative. I think they were now dubbed a different name and all of that. But the young people were even supportive of the police to say, maybe because you're not well paid, you know, you cannot give your best. Then that's why we see all of the harassment and all of the force, you know, with which you come at us, you know, while you're discharging your duty. So why don't we ask the government to increase your salaries? Salaries have still not been increased for the Nigerian police, releasing all of the people who had ab initio been victims of police brutality. We haven't seen that happen. Now, after that, the young people were saying, set up a committee to look into this. Well, the government had to be forced to set up a committee, you know, to look into this. But it wasn't just for the NSAS massacre. It was, yes, for all of the issues relating to the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. But did that really go down well? Do we see the government, you know, willing to actually work on what it is that they are supposed to work on?
Maybe
this panel, we don't see that happening.
Maybe you were at the toll gate earlier today, correct?
I was there last year.
Oh, last year too. You're also there today.
Yes.
So what was your experience at the toll gate today?
Oh, well, a heavy, fearful, forceful presence of
security personnel.
Nigerian security apparatus. You know, we could see the Nigerian police. We could see the Lagos State Neighborhood Security Watch, and all of those people. Like it was a confluence, you know, a conglomeration of different security apparatus to say to the young people, you'd better behave yourself. Okay, to say to them, you can't misbehave. To say to them, your voice would not be heard. It doesn't need to be heard. Now, that's not how a government that is forward looking, that is young people oriented that's not a disposition to have towards your young people. We see a government that is supposedly being suppressive of the voices of the young people, and yet we say that there's a not young to run bill. There's the youths are the future. Well, I mean, I'm over 30. We've been saying the youths are the future of tomorrow. I don't know how that's going to happen. Now, this is particularly scary because 2023 is just by the corner, and if the government feels that they need to be repressive of the voices of the Nigerian young people, then I wonder what is going to be happening in the elections. We saw the minister today come up to say that no one actually died. That's the Minister for Information, Lai Mohammed, saying that no one died. We know that allegedly, even though we're going to leave the report of the panel to prove that, allegedly 15 persons were killed, were massacred by men of the Nigerian army in that place. Same time on this day last year, that's the 20th of October 2020. So not much is being done.
All right, now going forward, you talked about the fact that the Nigerian government, the language they seem to understand is the language of repression. So how does lessons to be learned 1 year later, seeing from the perspective of how the government should respond to the youth and vice versa? So what are the lessons to take home from that?
I think that the Nigerian government needs to take a cue from responsible governments like the American governments and governments across Africa, to listen to what it is, to engage rather than suppress. They're two different things. When the Nigerian government should be like a responsible parent who, when you come to say, "Mommy, my ear is paining me," rather than give you a slap like some Nigerian parents would, they'd hold the ear and massage it and say, "What is it? How do you feel? What can I do to help you?" Look, we live in a country that is officially the poverty capital of the world. Yeah. We live in a country that is a population of over 200 million persons, and it's a poverty capital of the world, and the economy is so harsh. We have the largest number of unemployed people. Unemployment is spiking by the day in the country. We've never had it this bad unemployment-wise in the country. And these people are coming out to say, this is this, this is this, this is this. We're not feeling safe. We're not feeling this. We're not feeling that. Engage the people. The government is elected, whether it's the APC or the PDP or any other party. They're actually they are set up to look into the needs of these young people. We know that the population of the Nigerian youth, amidst the over 200 million population, is a higher population. So the government must attend to the needs of what the young people are saying through engagement, not force, not suppression, not repression, not gagging them, but by engaging.
All right, maybe briefly and final thought now, how does the government try to say that the 1 year anniversary of the memorial wasn't so necessary, but do you buy that?
I totally.
Maybe for fear of being hijacked anymore.
I totally would disagree with that. What the government saying that the 1 year anniversary was totally was unnecessary is totally wrong. Okay, now let me ask a question. If the son of the minister, Nigeria's Minister for Information, Lai Mohammed, was one of the people killed, allegedly killed in that massacre, wouldn't he remember it 1 year after? Would the president not remember the massacre of his son or daughter 1 year after a massacre? Now, because I'm going to say an alleged massacre, because I mean we need the final reports from the panel, right? Now, if you lose a son, you would want to remember, right? Now, these are people's husbands, fathers, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever. These are Nigerian citizens that are allegedly killed. So it is necessary that we remember them. It is away from even remembering them. It is necessary that we remember the ideals, what we wanted, what the people wanted to say to government, the statement that they tried to make to the government before this protest went bloody, before this protest was hijacked. So, question is, 1 year after, what did we say? What did the Nigerian young people want to say to the government? Has it been done? That's the essence of a 1 year anniversary remembrance.
Thank you so much, Mary Chinda.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.